Hello, guys. Pleasure to be here with you. My name is Dmitry, or simply Dima Kornilov. I'm CEO of FaceMe innovation agency and loook.ai smart mirror platform. We create AR mirrors for world-renowned brands. We work with brands like Kiehl's, L'Oreal, Prada, Valentino, Dolce & Gabbana, Bershka, Ralph Lauren, Burberry, Pepsi, and many others. And within this speech, I don't want to sell our services, or the real goal is to share the insights and the idea with you, with the developer community, and charge you up to create your own projects. So I will basically share everything we know and try to create the canvas for you to start from scratch and be successful. And just a part of motivation and to probably try to catch your attention. During last year, we received more than $1.5 million in revenue from AR mirrors, just from AR mirrors. So it's a pretty perspective niche that grows very fast. And this is the first slide. This is not me on the photo. This is Edward Bernays, the guy who invented present-day offline advertising more than 100 years ago. He basically invented this is a psychiatrist who was hired by US government for PR of their political ideas, and later he was hired by big brands to promote their products. He basically promoted the idea that if you're a strong, powerful man, you should have a big car. He also promoted the idea that if you're an independent woman, you have to smoke. And also, he created basically a standard pipeline that the product should be promoted through benefits that it has, through fear of missing out, and third principle, it should be promoted through all possible surfaces. It worked very well until internet appeared. So when internet appeared, advertising started to appear everywhere, in search engine banners, video pre-rolls, social media banners, even bloggers, and even our friends became advertising. So in order to not get crazy, our brain learned to not see advertising. And so-called banner blindness appeared. But surprisingly, this phenomena also started to work offline. And we can have a very simple exercise. So we are in Singapore, we have a lot of advertising here, but do you remember at least one? A lot of you traveled, by the way. Do you remember at least one advertising billboard? What product did it promote? So if you remember any precise, I promise to pay you 100 euros right after my speech. But in general, it turns out that no one claims this reward. And basically, we learned to not see advertising. And we thought that the only way to fix this situation is to, so yeah, what is the result? The result that we have now is that attention span decreased dramatically. Again, because of the internet, because of our mobile phones. Even now, I'm competing for your attention during this short speech. I'm competing for your attention with your phone, Steven. Also, so performance of outdoor advertising dropped because we learned to ignore it. Amount of outdoor advertising increased. And what's also is important is that during COVID pandemic, it became clear that we're not interested in living in metaverse. We don't want to live in virtual worlds. We enjoy our real physical life. I also heard this saying that real life is a new luxury. So basically, we have two opposing trends. First trend is that performance of outdoor decreased, but on the other hand, importance and value of outdoor increased. Uh, and in order to address this situation, we created loook.ai, smart mirror platform that turns any digital screen into a smart mirror. I will now show you a very brief video of what we've did during the last couple of years. And basically, you probably heard already about smart mirror startups, and I hope there will be more and more. But one thing that I noticed is that a lot of them are relying on some special equipment, or say that we need to set up like some gadget to make it work. And I understood that this is not scalable, and scalability is our first priority. So the first insight, scalability is our first priority, and we were able to install our AR mirrors in different countries worldwide, almost everywhere except for Africa and Australia, but hopefully this is soon to be added. And we were able to install them remotely within just one day, using local teams. How do we make it work? The first insight is that apart from focusing on adding new hardware, consider transforming existing infrastructure. And I will show you a simple example. So Telios, they had this screen, usual screen in Doha airport, and we turned it into a smart mirror by simply installing the camera and our software. And it stays in the Doha airport for more than 1 year now. And also, so consider how many own screens, brands already have installed in their storefronts. How many screens do they have with the partnership with media placement agencies like, for instance, Jessidux. And all of these surfaces are available for your experiences. Second, when it comes to smart mirrors, again, people usually imagine some specific format like a booth. But the reality is there are multiple formats. And each of these formats is basically a separate niche where you can be a leader. I will now show you different examples and discuss how they are different and what do they deliver. So basically, first example is that AR mirrors or smart mirrors can be used as an extension of outdoor advertising. So any LED screen that you see in the city, on the building, on a bus stop, anywhere, it can be turned into a smart mirror. And in terms of the brand sales funnel and performance, this is the first stage. First stage is awareness. So this format is designed to cover a lot of people and to share knowledge about the new product. Just within 1 day, we were able to generate more than 10,000 real-world interactions. But what's also interesting is that within this experience, people, they want to be heroes of big screen, and they want to record themselves and share it in social. So we also generated a lot of online impressions. Second type of experience is influencer events. Influencer events and pop-ups. So on influencer events, we have people with a big follower count. We want to entertain them. We don't want to sell to them. So the experience, it shouldn't be functional. It should be entertaining. We should, and here for Valentino, we installed a photo booth. And important moment is that for the Valentino launch, client wanted to showcase 5 lipsticks. And initially, we were discussing to enable switching between different shades by swiping the hand. But in the end of the day, we understood that we don't need to do this. Because the goal of this experience is not to try on different lipsticks. The goal of this experience is to try the lipstick and receive the outcome, and then influencers should share it on social media. So we completely removed the navigation, and instead of allowing them to switch between different lipsticks, we just automatically switched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is this important? This is important because any AR mirror navigation now is novel. Whatever design solution you will come by, it will be still complicated for some people. And when people see complicated interfaces, they don't want to feel stupid. So they just step away. And we wanted to avoid this. We wanted our experience to be very accessible. That's why we made lipsticks switch randomly, and everyone participated, and we generated more than 1,500 experiences within just 2 days. And also people, they take photo. It's funny, but in our times, when people receive printed photos, they take photos of printed photos and post it on socials. So we've also achieved our goals and generated user-generated content. So so these first two formats, they were about awareness. And now the first, moving farther to the sales funnel, the third format is storefront, and it generates foot traffic. So this is a very easy sale to businesses because you can very easily measure conversion, and you can very easily measure return of investment. So I was very pleasantly surprised by the outcome of this case for Kiehl's in New York. It increased their footfall by 20%. As a result, we were invited to join L'Oreal Beauty Tech Atelier Startup Acceleration Program, and now we scale with Kiehl's to tens of locations worldwide, including Singapore and Malaysia. So again, what's important in this case? The experience itself, it does not offer any interaction, because no one on the street wants to stand and wave their hands. That same thing, no one wants to receive the photo of this moment. The goal of this experience is to give the user a pleasant emotional shock, basically surprise, and then a very clear call to action. You've seen the teaser. You're interested. Come inside. Come inside. Come inside. So very straightforward. And once again, this experience, the majority of big brands, they have LED screens already installed in their storefronts, so you can use it. And then the last example is basically AR mirror with more functionality. So here is the sweet spot where you can actually add a bit of functionality, a bit more of education. So when the user is already inside the store, basically pre-sale stage, this is where you can offer to try on different shades, for instance, because it makes sense to try it virtually before you try it physically. Here is where you can add some educational component. So here for Makeup by Mario in Sephora, we've integrated try-on, plus Mario himself was given some information about these products. But, in fact, that's not it. If you think of it, the variety of possible use cases is huge. So I've already seen cool startups for sports, very successful. I've already seen cool experiences with virtual assistants or virtual humans inside mirrors. And right here, it's funny, I was at WE, I saw this person who was standing with a sign, "You have a question, ask me." So I think that this is something that can be already replaced with a screen. So basically, the idea that I'm trying to bring to you is that there is no chance that we will stay in this reality with a lot of static, cardboard or static video banners, and that one way or another, all screens will become functional. And it's, right now is the perfect moment to choose the niche. Then one more thing. 2 years ago, creating an AR mirror was a big deal. When we've worked on our first project for Mugler, it was one of our first projects. It was quite challenging because there was little known what equipment works well. Now, everything is straightforward. There is also a very good manual from our friends and partners from Snapchat on the equipment. But basically, you can use any type of screen. You can use, you should use a computer. It could be a Mac computer, a Linux computer, a Windows computer, depending on your system. Then keyboard and mouse to manipulate it, plus a camera. Plus, if you want to print, it's a printer. Then you connect it in a very straightforward way, and you're good to go. So it's not a rocket science. How can we scale with this? Let's say Susanna needs to build an experience in Australia. It's very easy. She just goes to a local Amazon or any e-commerce platform that sells equipment, purchases it, and asks a delivery to a client location. That's it. And another insight, software became accessible. 2 years ago, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare because we had to either build something fully custom, very expensive, very unstable, or we should have played with MetaSpark Player, which was not created for this purpose. We did play with it. We also created an app on top of MetaSpark Player, which enabled printing. It was a nightmare because they didn't synchronize properly. But finally, Snapchat enabled using of their camera kit for mirrors. And this means two things. First thing, you can build your own app based on camera kit. Second, for some type of experiences, you don't even need to build an app. You can just launch your lens through the web browser. So there is a feature that you can publish any lens, any Snap lens, as a web link. So what you can do, let's say an experience is just a try-on of glasses, and that's it. 2 or 3 models. You just publish this experience as a web lens. You go full screen, and you mirror this experience on your big screen of the mirror. That's it. Your mirror is ready. Yeah, it will not have any additional features like printing or QR code and analytics, whatever, but it will still be a mirror. So you can actually even deploy it without development of your own unique software. Moreover, other SDKs are also available. You can build AI experiences, AI mirrors, using Nano Banana or Stability AI. So they all have the same principle, where you have the image, video, or photo input, and then process it on computer, and then give output to a display. Then another interesting aspect. Creative ideas and mechanics should match the user expectation and needs. So this is very underestimated point. I will give you here 2 examples. Let's have a little quiz. On the right, we have the experience for Valentino, which I already showed to you. On the left, we have experience for Burberry. Within the Burberry experience, people were able to also make a photo, and then when they made a photo, they received a QR code covering this photo. And when they scanned the QR code, they were prompted to provide their name and email to receive this digital photo. No printed photo. Guess which experience performed better? Yeah, so Valentino obviously performed better. So there is still, the difference in performance is dramatic. it's 10 times different. It's not a bit different. So we also had some experiences where mirror wasn't placed properly. So when it's not visible, it cannot perform. So basically, you should, when you design your experience, you should follow very simple rules, and the mirror should be visible. It should be very accessible. It should instantly generate, so you should avoid complicated onboarding, like wave your hand, select your gender, like input the name of your grandmother, like all of this should be skipped. It should start working instantly, it should give the result, and it should work for people with very low UX or technical expertise, because the majority of people, 95%, are people with a low UX or technical expertise. Then another interesting moment. So we have this what is the first idea when it comes to AR mirrors for fashion brands? First idea is clothing try-on. Then we have a question. Why do we need virtual clothing try-on in the store with physical clothing? No one knows the answer, but people still think it's a good idea. So the reality is it's a bad idea. Because first of all, clothing try-on looks bad. It looks bad. It looks very bad. I think like Snapchat guys can admit also that body tracking is not perfect. But the truth is, we don't need to create experience that would cannibalize the main purpose of the store, physical try-on of the clothing. What we need to do is to attract attention, because there is a huge competition between different stores. So what Bershka did, and what I'm so they have a very powerful, very smart innovation team. They said, Dima, we don't need try-on of clothing. We just need to add different cool Gen Z shapes, 3D models, abstracts, just fun stuff. We need to attract people with fun, trendy stuff and make them go inside. That's exactly what we did in Barcelona, Madrid, Manchester, and in all these cities, it worked very well, attracting people inside. And also for Mario, photo booths and Sephora, instead of like making it rational and allowing them to try on makeup, which is not needed because they have like makeup there, we allowed them to see a brand hero, Mario himself, and take photos with him because that's what the guests were expecting. And then last thing, set your goals and measure results. So if you will not set your goals, if you will not discuss goals with the brand, you will not achieve them. If you will not achieve them, you will end up being another fun activation, fun one-time activation. Yeah, we tried AR in 2022, and that's it, once. No, you need to ask them, what do you want to achieve in this specific touch point? Do you want to grow foot traffic? Do you want to grow foot sales? They will, and then you will understand what experience do you need to design. So, for instance, for Fendi, we were able to boost their sales by 43%, and we designed experience again, which allowed people to try on glasses virtually, receive a printed photo, and in the end, we have given a prompt saying, and now try this model physically. That's when sales assistants appeared and handled the glasses. It worked very well. And also, as someone said previously, data is very important. So you can also collect analytics. You can collect GDPR-compliant analytics include amount of interactions, depth of interaction, time spent, and also we have an analytics layer that requires consent, it's demographics. But this is also possible, and this is another layer of value that you can deliver. Follow these insights, and I wish you to build the successful smart mirror projects for your clients and yourselves. Thank you. I guess we don't have time for questions. but I'm happy to answer after the talk. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.